Hey guys, it's Anpu, your roomie at uni, episode 1. My name is Anpu, Anpu for short, and I go to UCL in London. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe button is over here. Make sure you're subscribed. This part of the channel is all about university advice. I've made some advice videos in the past and you guys seem to really love it, so I've decided to make some more. Episode 1 is all about self-catered accommodation versus catered. Right, so the first thing that you're probably thinking is, what is self-catered accommodation and what is catered accommodation? These are two key terms which you've got to know. Self-catered accommodation is when you have to cook for yourself. No one's going to look after you in terms of food. There's going to be kitchens in your halls of residence. Yeah, you get on with it, you cook when you want. Catered accommodation is when you have 3 meals a day and it's all cooked for you, and there's usually a massive canteen where all the students get together and eat in the same room. It usually occurs at a set time in the day. So breakfast is maybe from 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. and then lunch at a particular time. And actually, most halls don't actually offer lunch, so you have to sort your own lunch out. And then dinner it varies. So I've got some friends in some halls, dinner starts at 5 p.m, which is pretty early, but the usual is about 6. There's a lot of things that you have to consider when deciding whether you're going to go for self-catered halls or catered halls. Right, so the first thing that you have to consider with catered halls is the timings. Like, are the timings going to work for you? So there have been situations where, people just haven't got up early enough to even get their breakfast. And, does the dinner times fit in with your daily routine? And are you one of those people who loves the flexibility and freedom to have your meals when you want? So you definitely have to think about that. And the other thing is there's a set menu, and the breakfast menu can be quite repetitive. Like a full English breakfast every day can get quite repetitive. If you're a person who monitors your nutrition levels and you want to be able to control the food that you eat, then perhaps catered isn't the perfect option for you. Also, I have to mention that some halls don't offer food on the weekends, so you're going to have to sort your food out on the weekends anyway. Is it really worth paying that little bit extra to be in catered halls? Who knows? With self-catered halls, you have to think about the cost of the food that you're going to be buying, and obviously the cost of food in London is higher than other parts of the country. You got to think about the cost of cooking and kitchen equipment such as pots, pans, and cutlery and things like that. So you have to make sure you get all those things ready before you move in to a self-catered hall. Also, you got to think about, are you one of those people who will allocate some time in your day to make sure you cook those meals for yourself? Because it can be quite a hard and daunting thing to do when you're moving out for the first time, and especially if you don't know how to cook. Cooking is a fantastic skill to learn, so with self-catered, that's definitely a valuable skill that you'll be acquiring. However, you've got to think about the effort. Catered halls, dinner's just there on a plate for you. You arrive at 6 p.m. and it's there, nice and warm. But, when you finished university and you're tired from lectures, are you going to be cooking? Who knows? You have to decide that, because everyone is different. But there's also a social aspect to this thing too, because self-catered halls, some people argue that are more sociable because, everyone gathers in the kitchen, and the kitchen is like a social environment where you guys cook together and you guys have a great time. But there's also the flip side to the argument, where in self-catered halls, there's no canteen. But in a catered hall, there is a canteen where all the students from the entire accommodation congregate in this canteen, and you get to meet so many people. So in a self-catered flat, you're restricted to people within your corridor, because how it works at university is each corridor has a kitchen on the end of it, and that's the usual. So I don't know, about 6 or 7 people might be sharing one kitchen. So of course the kitchen will be a social space, but perhaps you won't get a chance to meet people from other corridors. But in a catered hall, people from various corridors all congregate into this one canteen. So this is the thing. There's arguments on both sides. I hope all that advice has been useful. And this is the thing. My advice on my channel isn't me telling you to do one thing. I'm just putting both sides of the argument across and you can make the decision for yourself. People also prioritise different things, so hopefully you'll be making the correct decision for you before you move to university. That's it for episode 1, guys. Make sure you're subscribed to view my other episodes that I've coming up for you. My channel is all about London life, travel, and uni. So what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button. I'll see you in episode 2. See you later, guys. Bye.
Sometimes when you're first starting it can be quite scary, so we thought we'd give you some tips on how we've become popular. No, how we've made friends at uni.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's start off this